All right, Deontay with Deontay's reviews again. So I'm going over some skits. I had to wrap up my work day, y'all. So I'm going over these skits, doing reviews. That's why they late. But Ernestine, Candace pops up at the little get together that Amanda is having with Ernestine and the new profound friend, realtor, Brittany the third. It's the third Brittany we got in these skits, y'all. I swear, I'm trying to keep up. But let's see how shady Ernestine get, because green Ernestine, she can be shady. So let's get into it.
Hey, Brittany. Hey, how are you? How's things going with that girl?
Look at her face.
And we are excited
Look at her
to have
face.
Ernestine. Candace, good to see you again. Haven't seen you since what, the wedding?
Y'all see the shade Ernestine gave? She said, she had that look on her face. Listen, Ernestine wears her emotions and her true feelings on her face, her sleeve, and she is the queen of shade in these skits. I have come to that conclusion.
That was the one and only time we met.
Yes, absolutely. Ladies, I'm going to get going. I'm going to get out of here. Let y'all leave y'all to me.
Oh, no, Britt, stay.
Stay, girl.
We family, so you might as well just join
All
us.
right, well, I guess I'm staying.
Yeah. Join the party.
Exactly.
But
Yeah, Ernestine said join the party because she about to let Candace have it, and she need an audience. That's what that is.
I just wanted to bring the girls together. You know, I know that you two haven't spoken officially, had like a real conversation. So
Right.
I just kind of wanted to bring you guys together to like get on the same page. I think there's been like some misconception about. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's a
Take it away.
misconception. I mean, the facts are you went on a vacation with Amber's estranged husband and his side chick.
Yeah, but it is because you don't know me. And so when she told me that you had all these questions and why I did, so let me just tell you the story because I don't think you have the full thing. And before you do start, judging someone, you should get to know them. So I'm so grateful you brought us here.
Yeah. Go ahead and get the painting,
So,
girl. Paint the picture.
Yep, let me go ahead and paint it.
Ernestine
So
is
my
petty.
husband
Your
invited
husband's
me.
Chase, right?
Yep, Chase Walker, who I was at the wedding with, invited me. Well, we were going on a trip to Jamaica. Well, when we got there, I was actually blindsided to see Shayla and Anthony. I had no idea.
So your husband books a trip and doesn't tell his wife that a whole nother two people are coming.
Absolutely.
See, I know it's hard to believe, but we've been watching these skits. We know this is exactly what happened. Chase blindsided her into this. And I've been saying in my early review videos that Candace going on this trip and him and Chase blindsiding her, this would put Candace in an awkward situation with Amber, with anybody connected to Amber. And clearly we see that because now the optics, it looks like your husband ain't gonna tell you to go on no trip and not tell you who going. She don't know Chase. She don't know what kind of husband he is. So
It sounds like you have some questions for your husband.
Well, it's not even here or there. So anyway, I continued the trip. I wanted to leave.
Candace says neither here nor there. She like, listen, that ain't for me to discuss with you. Okay, I'm just coming to you to tell you how this trip went down and what happened, not for you to start having commentary about my marriage.
But again, I'm married. My husband's, he's not going for that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so we continue the trip. Now, I'm not the one to really kind of drag something along, like whatever the case is. She did her dirt. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, kind of push it to the side because at the end of the day, I'm in Jamaica. Let me just enjoy the trip and enjoy my husband while I'm there. So that's exactly what I did.
Right. So you didn't feel weird at all just being there with it was Shayla?
I did.
Listen, now I know all of us that was watching them series of Jamaica skits, we was asking the same questions. Ernestine got valid questions. We was asking the same questions, like how could you just still be cool? How could you just be up there drinking with her? All this stuff, like you ain't feel no kind of way, and then of course these are skits, so of course they swapped it around when they got back. She chewed them out, and it was a great turn in the storyline. But I mean, realistically speaking, the average wife I know, black woman at that, they wouldn't have been kikiing it up with Shayla. Nuh-uh, not at all. And you know the wife? No.
It actually.
And there was nothing in you that wanted to be like, you know what, me and Amber are cool. We've done events together. We've worked together. Let me call her. Let me shoot her a little text message or something.
Exactly.
Said that? Well,
exactly. If it was me, I'd be like, yo, your wife, your husband is up here with X, Y, and Z. Listen, put a 1 in the comment if y'all would have sent Amber a text message. Put a 1 in the comment. Like I guess I kind of understand Candace's logic, but then again, I don't.
So it wasn't let me go ahead and break up my trip to call Amber because again, it's about me and my husband. But I did feel indifferent, so I need you to know that. So at the end of the day, when you're married, you kind of put on a face to do whatever's good for your family. And then, you know what I'm saying, behind the closed doors, because we had a lot of closed doors, me and my husband. I'm hearing how marriage works. Okay. And so you're cool with your husband just being so chummy with Anthony, who's like, obviously doesn't make the right decisions in life. Right. So again.
To her credit, she has been chewing out Chase with being friends with Anthony, and he's not a good husband. And she has been saying that. And so, yes, that trip, we should have either been getting a different hotel, a different room, and just not even dealing with them during the trip. So, I mean, yeah. I definitely would have gave Chase some feedback about him still being friends with Anthony, going through all of that to trick your wife just to still be friends with him. Like, he would have never heard the end of it.
And so is more so, I want you to understand my character, not necessarily how my marriage works. Okay. So I was on the trip. Again, I was blindsided. And so I did have a couple words with her because I had to get down to the bottom. Do you even really love this man? Is this how you think that marriage, or you're going to fulfill your life with this guy going on trips? Do you think this is how it is? So I did as much as I could. I mean, I'm not cousins. I'm not best friends with Amber. But respectfully, I did enough for what I was there for. Okay. And I mean, we will get to the conversation where me and Amber. That's understandable. You know, that's understandable. I mean,
all right, so we're gonna stop it there. Listen, I knew Candace was gonna have this problem. She was gonna have this problem dealing with either Amber or somebody connected with Amber, and she would have had to explain herself. Ideally, Chase should have been present to say, "Yeah, I set my wife up," and it would have been more believable. You know, but I mean, Candace, the fact that she stayed, the fact that she didn't reach out to Amber, the fact that she didn't give Amber no kind of nothing to say, hey, Chase tricked me, but I'm here. I don't want to be here in this way, but I'm just letting you know I ain't got nothing to do with this. Like, Candace didn't do none of that to cover herself. You know, I don't know. She still got to come across Amber. But of course, Ernestine is probably going to talk to Amber about this whole get together and tell her she still don't believe her. But, you know, let me know in the comment. Do y'all think that Candace and Amber are going to be able to save their relationship? And I don't know if this is done. I think Sting's going to have some more commentary. But put it in the chat what y'all think. All right, holla at your boy.